Howdy everyone, Poacher here with an Age of Magic video, and today we're going to talk about the arena meta teams. And recently there has been a few that have popped up, so we're going to go over them, what you need to know, and how you can prepare to beat these teams. So at the moment there are three meta teams that you need to be aware of. There's the anti-healer team, the Holy Trinity team, and the Bomb Squad. And luckily for you, each one of these teams counters one or the other. The Holy Trinity team shits on the Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad destroys Anti-Healer United, and Anti-Healer United will wipe out the Holy Trinity. So, if you are having a problem with one of these teams, I'm going to teach you and show you the characters you need to collect to beat them. And the first team we are going to focus on is the Holy Trinity. This team has been around for many months now. It was the only meta team a few weeks ago. Since then, other teams have been created to destroy it. But this is the most known team, the anti-healer team. And it's built with three main characters, Lucky, Zart, and Azariel, mainly followed up with a Succubus, very important, and then either a Rock or a Mabe. This team has a pretty solid power level. Its speed is slow. The aim of this team is to survive and outlive your opponent, and its survivability obviously very high, having 3 tillers. You want to last, you want to whittle down your opponent and win that way. So I'm going to use this team in action, and I'm going to use it in action against the team, or the meta team it is strong against, the Bomb Squad team. So as you can see, as I start the battle off, there aren't a lot of buffs on my characters, and that's what makes the Bomb Squad a strong team, is if your team or the enemy team has a lot of dots. So I surpass the massive AoE that team can output. And that is that team's strength. So once I get past that initial blast, I heal my character straight up, and I've got those 4 or 5 turns of cooldowns to burn their main characters and win the battle. So they've only got one healer on the team, that's an Azariel. They have no resurrect, so any team I kill on this character, I kill on this team, they die permanently. So I try to aim the Blood Mage here because I know he puts a lot of healing debuffs on my team, and my team is a healer team. I want to get rid of that. I pop the passive on him, and then I decide to switch to Soothsayer because I know her bomb is going to come up soon, and I want to get her out of the picture. I know Azariel's passive isn't going to save her now because that's been put on Blood Mage. And I know with that passive down and Soothsayer out of the picture, the main damage for this team has been taken out. And the anti-heal ability from Blood Mage isn't a threat to me because there isn't going to be a lot of damage coming from this team anymore. So I can out-survive the anti-heal ability, survive the attacks, and then heal back up if I need to. As you can see, I've got rid of the main characters on the team. This team is no longer a threat to me. This team can't do anything. The Infernus is useless because he's only used for his speed and the dot he puts on, and since again Soothsayer isn't up, that's useless. His dots aren't going to kill me. I can out-heal any damage output from this team from this point on. I'm going to speed the battle up now for everyone because there's nothing really interesting to see anymore. And yeah, I go on to win the battle. So that's how you use the Holy Trinity team to take care of the Bomb Squad team. You don't want to use characters that put buffs on themselves because buffs are more dangerous to you than effective, because that's what Soothsayer gets her damage from, the debuffs and buffs on your team. Now I know what you're thinking, damn Poacher, how do I deal with that Holy Trinity team? Because I am having trouble with it. And well, I have a deal for you today, folks. This team right here can take care of that problem for you, easy peasy, no issues whatsoever. This is the Anti-Healer United, and it is mainly based around 3 champions, Swamp Killer, Cage, and Mabe. And you can mix and match with the 3 bottom heroes, Succubus, Azariel, and Siegfried. Now, Siegfried is pretty much part of the Anti-Healer United team. The reason for this is because you have a low amount of heals on this team. You want Siegfried there to take the hits so your rogues can do what they need to do to take out the other team. Now, the power level of the Anti-Healer United team is pretty high, 4 out of 5. Your team is mainly based around rogues. They're hitting one target at a time. This isn't an AoE team. You're selecting one target, applying the anti-healer debuff, annihilating them, moving on to the next team. It's an assassination team. You want to get rid of the main characters on the team and just keep whittling them down. Their speed is insane. You have lots of rogues on the team. That's the whole point of this team. Rogues are fast. You're getting in there, killing someone, moving on. The survivability, very low. You don't have that wall of healers behind you. You need to get the job done quickly or you're probably going to lose the battle. So here is the Anti-Healer United team in action against the Holy Trinity team. Now what you want to know here is the reason why this team is so powerful is mainly because of Cage's passive, and that's why it's built around rogues. Every time a rogue attacks a target, Cage has a 60% chance of auto-attacking that same target, and you'll see it proccing a lot in this battle. So my aim is to lock Rock down here. I don't want him to get his stun out, and then I'm going to put the anti-heal ability up on Lucky, and then just smash her down until she is out of the picture. So as you can see, watch my rogue attack. As you can see, Mabe just attacked, and then Cage hit her with an auto attack as well, which is really good against that Azariel passive. Each time he procs that passive and gets that free attack off, it's getting rid of one of the stacks on the passive. Whenever you are versing a Holy Trinity team, your main priority should be the Lucky. You want to get rid of that permanent resurrect on the team, okay? Zark can resurrect, but it's not a permanent resurrect. It's never going to be a real threat. And Azariel, she has a lot of healing output, but again, she can't resurrect. The last thing you want to do versing a team like this is killing a target only to have them resurrected by Lucky. You've wasted all those cooldowns burning down one target, and then the character's resurrected, and you have to try and space out your moves again to be able to burn down again. And by that time, Azariel's passive is back up. Lucky probably has a resurrect back up. It's just a mess. Always aim Lucky, and when you proc the passive on Lucky, keep hitting Lucky until she is down. You want to get rid of the permanent resurrect. Now I have found in some situations against this team, it's good to burst Rock down and proc the Azariel passive on Rock, and then burn Lucky down, because then she won't have the Azariel passive to save her. Rock is quite squishy, he's quite easy to burn down. It really depends on the situation, however. If you get those initial moves off and you notice Rock being at really low HP, go for it. I mainly play this team safe though, and just focus Lucky no matter what, okay? But you do have that other option to maybe burn Rock down and then aim Lucky. Now I know what some of you are thinking. I've only got 40 seconds left on the timer before the battle ends, and this team was meant to be fast. Please take into consideration, recording most of this battle, I was running it on the slowest speed possible so everyone could see what's happening at the beginning of the battle. This team can get the job done in about 2 minutes, okay? Don't worry about the timer, it's never going to be an issue with this team. The next team we are looking at is the Bomb Squad, and I kick myself every day because many weeks ago, one of my, I'd like to consider friends now in the game, Taxa, messaged me while I was streaming the tournament, and he said, "Hey Polcho, have you ever considered using Soothsayer?" And at the time, there was only one meta team, and that was the Holy Trinity team, and I said to him, Taxa, Soothsayer, a kobold, never going to be meta. Don't even waste your time with her. She's nothing. Fast forward a few weeks, and Soothsayer is just blowing her load over every rogue team in Arena. She is versatile. You can use so many heroes with her, and she is going to be the quickest team you ever use in a battle. This character is literally a Lego block. Pick characters you like and you can use it with her. As long as they can put up a debuff on the enemy somehow, and the enemy is mainly a rogue team. That's the whole point of this team, is it beats the rogue meta, because the rogue meta was very powerful for a very short period there, and whole Taxar came along and solved the problem for everyone. So kudos to him. Feel free to send him a message and thank him, because I honestly believe he is the reason this team even exists. Anyway, I'm going to stop praising Taxar. I'm going to explain this team. Dots and debuffs and buffs. That's what you want on the enemy team. It's why it works so well against rogues, okay? Because rogues have naturally a lot of buffs on themselves. It makes this team even stronger. Its power is 4 out of 5. Again, unless that team has a lot of buffs on themselves, the power is going to dwindle. But if it's a full rogue team, that power is going to be insane. Its speed, off the charts. You can beat a team in seconds. Its survivability very low. This is why the healer Trinity, Holy Trinity, is good against it, because they don't have a lot of buffs on themselves. They can survive that initial blast, and then this team just dwindles and falls apart. I have an awesome clip to show everyone about this team, and I'm going to explain everything right here. I'm using Siegfried to take all the hits so my characters are safe and can do what they need to do. I'm using Blood Priest to proc the passive Soothsayer leaves on everyone, okay? It gives me double damage. I'm using Azariel because she puts a debuff up on the enemy team. Rock stuns everyone and puts a debuff on. Soothsayer bombs everyone, okay? With all the debuffs and buffs and dots, it takes everyone to nearly half HP. Blood Priest comes in, uses his AoE ability, proccing the healer mark on everyone, putting double damage out and nearly wiping out everyone. And I'm just left with 2 characters who I just wipe out with no effort whatsoever. That is the power of this team. You want to get as many debuffs on the enemy, get as many buffs on the enemy. Anything that helps the enemy is going to help you even more. This team explodes players or characters up, no issues. It's why it is so effective against rogues, because rogues have so many buffs on themselves, and the more buffs on the enemy team is helping them, but it's helping you even more. It's just making Soothsayer even stronger. Have a look at the teams being used with her though. There are plenty of them. There's a Mirrodin Mabe team mixed with Soothsayer, which is really good. I just like the healer mark being put up by Soothsayer and then it getting blown up by Blood Priest. And they're both free-to-play characters, very easy to get, so it's not hard to make this team. Siegfried can be a bit hard to get, but again, there are other characters you can use. There are so many. Just play around with it, guys. It's a good team. It's a fun team. I think that's what a lot of arena teams are lacking lately, is that they're being fun. Watching your team blow up an enemy team so quickly, it's just amazing. Anyway, guys, this again is the 3 meta teams and how you can counter them. I hope it has helped. Thank you to everyone for watching. As usual, if you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I'll answer it to the best of my ability. And wherever you are in the world, until next time, take care of yourself.